Do you have difficulty learning even the most basic chess openings? Well, you aren't alone. You and thousands of other mouth breathers around the world have been trying to find a way to play chess that doesn't require any thinking at all. Well, I have good news. It does exist. It takes only a minute to learn, and once you do, you'll be guaranteed to have a solid position for the middle game every time. It's called the London system. This marvel of modern science allows even the most intellectually limited chess player to become an opening expert. It basically does not matter what your opponent does. All you have to do is play the following moves, and you're ready to go. d4, knight f3, bishop f4, e3, c3, knight bd2, bishop d3, and then castle. This is the setup you're going for. All of the minor pieces have been developed. The bishop on f4 is outside of white's pawn structure, which means it's active and not blocked in by your pawns. The bishop on d3 is strong and safe. The queen can come to c2 to pressure white's weak h7 pawn and connect the rooks. There are no meaningful weaknesses. The central triangle of pawns is extremely solid, and the whole thing is just the most disgustingly uncreative trash you could possibly conceive. Fantastic, isn't it? Here is an example in an actual chess game. d4, d5, knight f3, knight f6, bishop f4, e6, e3, c5, c3, knight bd2, bishop e7, bishop d3, castles. We just played the same moves and ended up with the same structure. This is what the London player is trying to achieve, and you will usually get this exact formation. But even if black tries to interfere, you can still get something very similar. For example, black's main move is bishop d6, opposing your bishop. Do not take it. Trading for no reason is for weak-minded simpletons. Maybe you should take it. Retreat the bishop to g3. If they take it, recapture towards the center, and now you have an open h file for your rook. If they castle, play bishop d3, then queen e2, and attempt to push the pawn to e5. Play rook d1 first, which x-rays the enemy queen, and supports your central pawns, which will become weaker after you advance in the center. After rook d1, or basically any other move that doesn't ruin the plan, play e4, threatening this fork. If they take it, recapture with the knight, and you have a good position. If they retreat the bishop, play e5, and you've got a good position. If they don't notice the fork them, and you've got a good position. This is the plan for the London system. It pretty much plays itself. And come to think of it, deep down, you've played yourself. In your attempt to simplify the most beautiful game in existence, you have found temporary success with this pathetic excuse for an opening. But at what cost? You've sold out your creativity for a quick buzz because you were too stupid to learn an opening that involves participation from both sides. Your highest ambition is to avoid losing. You never even wanted to play chess. Not really. You just wanted to speedrun your way to mediocrity because you never truly understood what this game is meant to be. It's too late now. The spark is gone. Your spirit is empty. There is nothing left for you except despair shrouded in a thin veil of pragmatism. Soon you'll be watching your friends' faces twist in contempt at the mention of your name. Your drinking habits will exacerbate to such a debilitating extreme that you will become a raging, delirious, nocturnal ultra-bullet player, furiously pre-moving the same 8 moves and then offering a draw regardless of rating. You won't even remember why you started, or what you're doing this for. The only thing left in your rapidly deteriorating mind is the cruel, unforgiving mistress that is the London system. You should have left while you had the chance. But it's too late. It's over. But speaking of pre-moves, make sure you're careful in bullet games when playing the London system, because your opponent may recognize your plan and catch you in a pre-move. It's best to use pre-moves judiciously, because you can lose pawns, pieces, and sometimes your queen. And that's how you play the London system. Remember this formation, go for the e4 pawn break in the early middle game, and you're good to go. Watch this video here to learn a much more exciting opening. Subscribe to the channel to avoid the dark fate that awaits you if you don't. Like the video and share it with friends who are thinking about playing the London system. I'll see you next time.